You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Pretty Little Liars. Tonight's host is Deidre Behar. Joining Deidre will be AfterBuzz co-hosts David Schifilliti, Dana Livingston Ward, and Jocelyn Davis. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Pretty Little Liars news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Deidre Behar!
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us here on this fabulous Tuesday night. I'm your host for tonight, Deidre Behar, and we're talking Pretty Little Liars on AfterBuzz TV. Now, I know you guys are usually looking for the clever TV girls and maybe a few other familiar faces, but tonight, I bring to you a very special treat. Two people who are so divinely elegant. Divinely elegant doesn't even begin to explain them. If you couldn't already tell by their resemblance, this is my younger sister.
Hello.
Aria Behar. She is, I don't even know where to describe you. She's a singer. She's an entertainment guru of the sorts.
Oh, stop.
And above all, a Pretty Little Liars super fan. So thanks for filling in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And then, of course, sitting to Ciara's left is the third compañero. This is our cousin Taylor.
Hello.
Another super fan. Bleeds for Pretty Little Liars and
Shark Week.
And Shark Week, which we're in the middle of right now. So quick shout out to Discovery.
Don't worry about Shark Week.
But yeah, thanks you for both.
It's an honor.
Thank
you for having us.
You're welcome. Thanks for filling in for the clever girls who can't be here tonight because they're away on business. Dana's at a premiere and Jocelyn's in New York. So hopefully we'll get to see them here next week.
So fancy.
Yeah, they're so
right?
regal.
Busy.
Jealous.
Across the table, you guys know them. They could
Hi.
be.
What up?
You guys could,
What up?
you guys could pass for. I mean, obviously Sydney and Aubrie are related, but you could be the brother.
I know, right? We can all be related.
Yeah.
Yes. We already know that.
Yeah.
We decided already.
Right.
decided.
The Schifillitis.
Yeah,
They're
we're
joining
both
my
gonna take on.
family.
Yeah, we're taking on his name. we liked it better.
It works for me.
Yeah, if it works for you, then
Yeah.
fantastic. We
Yeah.
have David Schifilliti, Sydney DeBear,
Hello.
Aubrie DeBear.
Hello.
Triple threat. These people know what they're doing. They do it well. That's really all that matters.
Well, thank you.
So thanks for.
Sure.
No matter what we're doing, doing it well.
It doesn't matter.
We're trying.
I will talk you up.
That's
till
why we
I'm
love
blue
you.
in the face. Yeah,
That's why.
Thank you.
Love you.
But yeah, we're talking Pretty Little Liars tonight, as usual. Season 2, episode 8, called Save the Date. Interesting title, considering, I mean, I don't think Hannah's parents should be like, they're not like the main storyline of the show.
Right.
Is there added symbolism that I'm not picking up on?
It should be called David. It wasn't period cramps.
I was close though. I was really close.
Okay, so tell
Menstrual
people
cramps.
your hypothesis from last week.
Okay, from last week, I hypothesized. It's a big word.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It took a lot to get out of my mouth.
That's what she
That-
Go. Sorry, keep going.
Watch it.
Family friendly show.
Family friendly. I thought someone was putting something in her cream, which turned out to be correct, or she was having menstrual cramps.
Right.
But it was an ulcer.
So your college course proved to be incorrect.
Yes.
All right. As long as we're clear.
We
on
knew
that.
that. Well, yeah.
We knew that.
to be
We
fair-
tried to tell
To
you.
be fair to my teacher, I didn't really pay attention in class that often.
She'd be so
After-
devastated if they were watching.
I know. After he told me that for Halloween, he dressed up like a giant tampon.
Whoa.
Oh.
Ladies, we
Yes.
have our first caller on the line.
On that
No, let's answer
On
that.
that
Let's move on.
Hopefully the call isn't about that topic. Caller, are you on the line? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name's Kyle, and I'm calling from Malibu, California.
What's up, Kyle?
What's going on?
How's the surf? How's everything down in Malibu?
What's up, guys?
Hi. Hello.
We're just.
Everything's good in Malibu. The waves are just surf.
Oh wow, night surfing. Is that safe?
The sharks are out.
Yeah.
What did you watch tonight's episode? What's up?
I did with my girlfriend, actually.
Oh,
Good boyfriend.
very good boyfriend.
Loyal.
Did you enjoy it? Who do you think's the hottest?
It was good, but she wants me to ask a question, and her question is, do you think Aria was right not to out her brother for stealing, or would she have been better of telling her parents? Like, which?
I think Aria was
Good
being a cool
question.
sis, but it didn't work out for Mike. But she was being a good sis.
Well, Ciara and I don't have a brother, but you have a brother. Would you have done that to him?
Depends on if he had been nice to me. We have a very karma relationship. You wrong me, I wrong you. It's understood.
It's a tit for a tat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong me. Not if you're nice, I'm nice, but if you wrong me, I
will
wrong you.
It's very Godfather.
I think she is the cool older sister, and they're so close in age that they're probably more friendly than they are like brother and sister per se. They're probably more friends. So what?
I don't know about that.
I don't think that's true.
Neither do
No,
I.
I just feel like they're closer in age, so it's not like, oh, my
Right.
little brother, I'm gonna make sure that you learn your lesson. It's,
Yeah, I think she was giving him the benefit of the doubt, and then he, it's not going to hurt her whether or not he gets caught. So, she told him to stop. She said, I won't tell anyone, and then he did it again, and he got caught, and he deserved it.
Took a brother up, literally.
Yeah.
And I think that she knows, he had such a hard time with the parents getting separated that, he's already coping with a lot. Maybe she didn't want to, put more on his plate.
That's a good point. Not add fuel to
Yeah,
that fire.
I wouldn't have told on Sydney. I think that I would have kept the secret for her. It's a sibling thing, I think. What
I
about
would
you?
have told on my brother.
Yeah, I've done
In a
it
hot
few
second.
times.
Would have ratted his ass out.
Remember me? I'm the good child.
So
Listen to what my
quickly.
brother did.
Is your brother younger?
Older.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe it's a younger,
And we're like
older
a
thing.
same probably age difference as Aria and her brother.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question, Kyle. I don't know. It's a toss-up, but at the end of the day, I really get a lot of pleasure out of Mike's larceny issues.
As do I.
So hopefully he keeps that up because I do enjoy that storyline very much.
I as well.
Thanks so much for calling in,
Very
Kyle.
much, guys.
Stay safe out there.
Hang 10.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Word. We have another caller, guys.
Ooh.
All right.
Yay.
Busy night.
Pouring in.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name, where you're from.
My name is Winston Lloyd.
Hey, Winston. Cool name.
Awesome name.
Do you go by Winnie ever? I've always wanted that name.
You've always wanted to be a Winnie?
Yes.
Interesting.
Winnie Cooper,
Never watched
Wonder
the
Years.
Cosby Show. Oh, I was going for another
Yes, I
name.
go by Winnie.
Oh, cool.
Good.
What's up? Did you watch Pretty Little Liars tonight?
Actually, I missed tonight's episode, but I just want to say I think you guys are doing great. I really, really like you, especially on the left.
Aw.
That's very, very, very nice. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, good job tonight, girls. Gotta go.
She's got business to tend to.
She's busy later.
Just a compliment giver. No.
Winston, Winnie, a fantastic caller.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Short, just a compliment.
Sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
Compliment, gotta go.
Awesome. All right. So on that note, let's go ahead and get the recap started for tonight's episode. So we leave off and we know that Officer Garrett Reynolds is bad news. The girls know that now. They once thought he was their ally, and all of a sudden they know that he's in cahoots with Jenna and he's not to be trusted. We saw a brief Jenna hookup scene, which was sort of steamy.
Very sexy.
Little treat.
The
It
black
was.
lace.
A little bit of blind sauciness never hurt anyone.
Never. And I like that
It
they're
could.
You're right. It could hurt
It could hurt a
someone.
lot of
It could hurt someone.
It could hurt
eventually.
a lot of people.
But
if you're not careful.
they didn't feel the need to not stand in front of the window.
That was my
Or
favorite part of
close
it.
the curtains.
Their
Who doesn't
secret
hook up?
relationship, they were just willy-nilly hooking up in the corner.
What does
Yeah.
Jenna care?
Yeah.
She can't see anyway, so she
She
doesn't.
should.
It doesn't No.
But the
I
other
still
girls
think
were
she
just
can-
standing in front of the window outside, not
Staring.
even worried that Garrett might see them.
See
They
them.
were
How did
all
he not
staring.
see them?
I don't know.
They have a lot of depth perception problems on this show. They think that everything they do is like super
Invisible.
sneaky when in fact people would totally
I
see.
wonder how long they stayed and watched.
It was at least a good 2 minutes.
I mean,
Creepy to be watching that.
It could get a little pervy after that.
yeah.
That's true.
A girl who's blind hooking up with a cop, I totally would watch.
Right?
Right?
Just be
That's
like,
true.
all right,
It'd be entertaining.
popcorn.
You got
just-
me there.
Makes
Yeah.
me question you a little.
What?
Makes me question you a little. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you've been questioning me for years.
Close your blinds.
Yeah, see her. Now you know if you ever go blind. Don't hook
No
up with the
windows.
cops.
Veer away from that situation. But let's talk about Aria and Ezra. It was kind of sad to see them, starting off the episode like on a sad note. He is so eager beaver to like please his girlfriend, be there for her, be a support system, and she's got JD up in the cerebellum.
Yeah.
And as much as I love me some JD,
Taylor just looked really flustered. I want to see what's on your mind.
Yeah.
And she said, breaks my heart.
Everybody missed
We
that.
just shared a moment.
He's trying so hard, and he just is so willing to please her, and she's just not taking the bait. It's sad to watch. It's painful.
She's not having it.
Breaks her heart.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's heartbreaking.
Well, and I
It
think,
did.
David, you said that he's so patient, which is so hard to watch. He's just like, okay, well, call me later.
Yeah,
and,
for
okay,
like
I'll
an
go home."
older guy dating a younger
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
he's really patient with her.
you don't see that
And
too
he
often.
takes a lot. No.
Let alone with two people who are the same age. I mean, an
Right.
older guy, it's like, okay, do what you got to do, otherwise get out of my life. So it's nice. It's nice to see that Ezra has a
So
heart.
harsh.
Yeah.
It is slightly unrealistic, but we'll let it
Yeah.
slide because they're both really good looking.
They really are.
And he really likes her.
Do you think there was some sort of a ratings issue when he had his shirtless moment? Because you'd think if it was as popular with us as it was with the viewers, he would be taking his shirt off a lot more, and we haven't seen it since.
I think they switch off men.
Oh, who gets to be the hottie?
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a nice cycle going.
And they can't do it too often because then it comes like less special.
Right,
You
loses
know?
its
I
magic.
you live for the moment when Ezra takes off his shirt.
Right.
So.
Makes you swoon.
And P.S. No JD in this episode.
It was rude.
He called though.
Yeah, at
He
least
did.
He made a phone call,
We saw his
Which
name.
she ignored.
which she
Yeah.
I
ignored.
would
So-
never do that.
But as our consolation prize, we got a lot of Wren in this episode, and I think Wren is wildly attractive.
He's a charmer.
I
Can
him.
we get a consensus on his accent?
He's real.
think
It's
really?
real. I've
Really?
Googled
We
the
looked it
actor.
up.
He's British.
He's English.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when American actors, they'll like go in and out, or they'll like say a word that just totally doesn't sound British at all. This guy was,
Like Rob Pattinson.
yeah, but inverse.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that
He looks
carrying
just
a
bringing
pink
some flowers.
orchid of some sort. He's just so generous.
He's just so generous. That's it's one of the many things I love about him.
among access to autopsy reports.
Yeah.
It's just pink orchids.
Among directing Spencer to where the kitchen and the morgue.
Yeah.
Right, are on the same floor at the
Yes.
hospital.
The laundry room,
Cookies are.
Yes.
which is important.
Can't forget about
Strange
that.
layout. I don't
Okay,
like that.
so let's talk about how we got to the hospital. So our girl Emily, we thought she was having perhaps some cramp issues,
Yes.
but and you, I think it was you that thought she was faking the.
Well, I thought she was faking it because she got all thrown off by her dad coming.
Right.
So that she wouldn't have to swim and he
Would've
wouldn't have
been
to
a
talk
nice
to the
twist.
scout.
Would've
right.
been a nice
But,
twist.
you know, I
But-
really thought I was on point with that one. What are you going to do?
both theories were wrong.
Kaboshed.
Yeah, completely. And
Not to rub it in, but
yeah, sorry.
Both theories
You're both
were-
wrong.
I know,
We're
right?
wrong.
That's harsh.
Not that I can speak during the show. I have a lot of really awful predictions.
Well, yeah, fans will just let you
They
not
skip out on that.
Yeah.
We'll spare you of the things that I said in the viewing room. But yeah, so Emily actually had a real ulcer. And what I thought was just so sad about this is that, you know what, like swimming is the one thing that she has like in her heart that she's like so obsessed with. And, you know, her family left her, but she has her friends and she's got swimming. And A is trying to take that away by putting the HGH in her urine sample. So did you guys have thoughts on that? Do you think it's A?
I thought the HDH was in her cream.
I thought it was actually in her
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
I don't think
it
they
was in
tainted
her
the pee.
system.
I-
That's
then
why the
what was
cream
the-
was
what-
in her
Yeah,
food.
What was it called?
Yeah.
Pain.
c-
Con pain. or
Court
something?
pain.
Yeah.
Counter pain.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Deidre.
I thought it was cortisone.
Hold
That's why
on.
I got the cord.
Why did she
match.
keep
I'm
saying
confused too.
I'll take another test? I'll take another test.
Because
I
she
saw that
didn't
was
know it was
urine.
in her
didn't
system.
realize
She was
it
certain
until
that she
she's-
didn't take any of it. She didn't know it was like
And then
in her
when
Until
it
she
was
saw the
elegantly
meal.
on her food.
Okay.
So can you guys explain that one more time?
So remember at the
Yes.
end of one of the
It
episodes,
was
they always
last
show you
week.
how A does something.
Right.
And they were like injecting some sort of fluid or something into the cream that she uses.
Right.
So they were injecting all those hormones or whatever
Into the cream.
which she was applying so often that apparently when she went to the hospital,
It went in her system.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why she didn't believe it because she obviously thinks she doesn't. And then she saw the meal.
I would like to do some further research and find out if cream can come out in your system.
Yeah, like
point.
it's seeped into her pores so badly.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
she's
what's
using it so often.
Yes.
I'm sure that it would. I mean, let's ask our
And what about the
resident
BD7?
smart lady.
our resident PhD?
I know
on
nothing
it.
about
Resident
BD7.
smart
I'm
lady.
sorry. She's
Do you
not a
know what the
doctor.
manual stands for this week?
What?
The manual. I know. See if she remembered. What is it?
Diagnostic Statistical Manual.
4, right?
4, yes.
4.
Yes, the fourth one.
Edition
Thank
four.
you. Fantastic.
Now, did we
Revised
decide
edition
if the
4.
BD7 is the HGH?
I know.
I mean, it would have to
Who's
be.
going to look
right?
that scientific
Yeah,
on me
you
right
just
now?
lost me.
Yeah, you know. I
mean-
watch Pretty Little Liars. I'm not too. Don't got too much.
I
going
tried
on.
looking it up. I think BD7 is fake. I think it's just
I
something
just
they
think
made
that's
up
a
for the show.
brand name. It's a fake
Like
brand name they
Danby.
made up, which is
Kind
whatever.
of like Danby.
Danby U.
Exactly.
Danby University.
Danby.
Yeah.
Okay,
Brilliant analogy,
okay.
young sprout.
Thank you.
So you guys want to talk about Hanna and Caleb?
Yes.
Oh, we have a
Always.
call. We have a call. No. You
Yes, Jesse said we had a call.
You just lied to me.
Look at his face. I lied.
Can we not
Continue.
Can we not do practical jokes?
Hello?
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Hi, caller. What's
Actually,
your name?
that was
Where
just
are you-
really good
Hi,
timing. We
this
didn't
is Sarah
have a
from
call.
Sacramento.
I saw you.
Sarah from
Sacramento.
Sacktown.
hello.
How's it
How's
hanging?
the capital?
Thank you. It's the
Recognition
capital.
for Sacramento.
Sarah, we want to know how the capital is.
How's the debt crisis?
Anyways, since you guys are on the subject of Caleb and Hannah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was wondering what you guys thought about her dress the entire.
Okay.
I could not stop making jokes
Thank
about
God
that.
you brought this up.
Yeah, I mean it was ridiculous.
Her neoprene.
And the
Hot
shoes,
pink.
all of
Wow.
them.
What's neoprene?
Yeah.
That's like scuba material.
You learn something from a Schifilliti every day.
You really do.
You know, here's the interesting thing. If you go to abcfamily.com, they have all those like behind the scenes little cute snippet videos. And all of the girls filmed like a solo video of talking about, oh my God, I wish I could take home more clothes from my character's wardrobe. You know, sometimes they'll let us get away with a thing here or there, but it's not like we get to keep anything actually. And I'm so obsessed with my character's wardrobe. I think they really missed the mark on that pink dress.
With that jacket.
I
It was like a
mean-
little weird.
And it wasn't like the dress was
I
even cute. Like,
loved
okay,
it.
it's so
No.
cute. Even if it doesn't look cute on me, I'll wear it. It was like, it was ugly. It didn't fit right. It was nothing right about that dress.
Yeah, but I feel
feel
like she
so
really
strong.
liked it because she wore it the entire episode.
Well, that might not have been her choice, unfortunately. I mean,
yeah,
we
but-
we saw her at the flea market, and she looked
She's
fantastic.
very
So
Cute.
cute. She had great
Very
style.
cute.
She's very fashion forward, so who knows how much input the actors get to have into actually
Yeah,
what they
that's
get to
true.
wear. But
We didn't
not
enjoy
one
it.
of
Yeah,
her
not at
finer
all.
moments.
But I did like the dress when she had the disguise on. I thought those were, the perfect accessories.
Yeah.
The little scarf,
Caleb and Hannah
glasses.
made the perfect Lucy and Ethel.
They really did with her
We find
glasses
a
and
lot
her.
of scarves in Sacramento.
Sacramento's known to have a scarf
They do.
surplus this time of the year.
Scarf or two.
Are you a huge fan of the show?
Yes, I am.
Very cool. Who's your favorite character?
Hannah is probably actually my favorite character.
Me too.
Not after tonight. The outfit just did it for me. Not after tonight.
Oh, she's axed off your list.
Yep.
I like her one-liners.
Me too.
Yes.
Tonight she was
She's
full of
witty.
them.
The Slurpee
She was.
comment.
Yeah.
What did she say in the
slushy.
car?
No,
Oh.
the best was when she said, "You guys, Jenna
missed
can't
the
hear;
car.
she's blind."
That was my favorite.
Well, and the slushy reference in the first
Oh,
few
yeah.
minutes of the episodes. That was a treat.
What did she say? It's so cold.
Like, it's
back
so
here,
cold
you
here.
can make it slushy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yes.
So witty.
We'll let that slide. I don't know. She's supposed to be the most fashion forward of all the characters, so I thought that pink mess was an interesting choice for
Nice
her.
mess.
Yeah.
Sometimes she gets a little too girly,
Yeah,
Girly
but
she.
whatever. I can deal with that. I just didn't like this dress tonight.
Yeah.
Better luck next episode, Hannah. Thanks so much for the call. Thanks for watching us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good night.
Nice.
I don't know why I'm saying goodnight to
tight.
people. Go to bed now. You already made your call. You got your one call.
You get one call and then you go to sleep. Do we want to talk about Hanna and Caleb really quickly? She's being, so supportive of him, regardless of the fact that she's very, very disheartened by his side phone tapping business.
What is he doing to those phones? Is he like stashing coke in them? How is it?
He's giving people upgrades on their phones.
But why is that illegal?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wait, where did I come up with phone tapping?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
He's
just meant-
upgrading people's phones.
I thought
He's
he was giving them like phone covers.
making their phones better.
Like new
phone
software.
covers.
like
He's like
Jesse was
bringing it with their phone.
Maybe he's bedazzling with blood diamonds.
Yeah, that was your thing.
He
I
pimps
like
out
that
the
one.
phones, but I don't know what he does to them.
Yeah.
Okay, remember initially when Hannah got all upset because she found out that Caleb and Jenna were working together. Jenna was paying Caleb. Wasn't he like trailing Hannah and like tapping into her phone?
No, I think she wanted
No.
him to eavesdrop on.
No, that was a while ago. I think you're.
Because he was eavesdropping on her phone calls, right? I thought he
was
took
spying
his
on her, that's why
business
she
to
got
other
upset.
people.
Oh, I thought he was like physically eavesdropping, like wanted them to
Well,
date
I
so he
think
could
that
be in the room.
too.
I thought her phone was tapped.
He was
I think
pretending
he
to
knows
like
how to
her,
crack
so
into things.
right.
Didn't Hannah hire Caleb originally? What did she hire him for?
Right.
That's how they started
To
talking.
break into Jenna's phone.
Oh, that's what. There
So
we
he
go.
can he
Yes.
can crack into people's phones.
And I guess he like their call log and who they're talking to, their texts.
But what does he do to people's phones that are paying him?
Do you know how you can have your iPhone unlocked so that
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have
You
to
could use
be with
T-Mobile
Verizon
and-
or AT&T?
What?
No.
Yeah, before
What?
yes.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Not only do I not know the answer, I don't understand the
No, I've
question.
heard of that.
Well, before it was available on Verizon.
Yes.
Yeah. People would unlock it so that they could get it onto any
network.
service.
So I
no
feel
idea.
like he's
I
doing
was
that
Caleb.
stuff.
He
But
was
is that
doing all
illegal?
Period cramps.
Period cramps right there. That's what it looks
He
like.
needs
Garrett
some
Reynolds.
money.
Once a
every
month.
month,
I
every
know.
Garrett Reynolds is getting the Midol into her system as,
He is.
as we watch this.
He's injecting her.
Yeah. Okay, so not too much left in the episode. Let's go ahead and talk about Aria and Spencer stealing the Candy Striper outfits, which they looked so cute in.
They did.
Awesome.
But
Okay, wait. We're gonna hold on this topic for a second. We have another caller. Let's
Do
put,
it.
put him through.
Callers.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Victoria from Santa Barbara.
Hi, Victoria from
Victoria.
Santa Barbara. First of
Hi.
all, 805 represent all about that.
Send
Quick
us
shout
some
out.
wine.
Quick shout out to the 805. What's your question?
I was wondering if you guys think that Aria is going to end up leaving Ezra for Jason.
Good question.
Good
That's a good question.
We saw the preview, and there was definitely some snogging between Aria.
Excuse me. Snog?
That's
Snogging?
another English
Very
term.
European. It's very European.
Knackered snogging.
Oh yeah, that's the word.
That was a weird word.
you guys clearly haven't seen the Nickelodeon movie about
Angus
snogging.
thongs and snogging.
Okay.
No.
I don't know nothing about
All right,
snogging.
quick
but
reference. Snugging equals making out.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Kissing.
okay.
So that really breaks my heart. I love Ezra, and I love Aria with him.
Well, she seems distant, and I think she's gonna have to go to the other side for a little while. Who knows if she'll come back? But
To the dark side.
I think that she's too interested that she's gonna have to.
Oh, she is. She's already pushing Ezra away.
She's over it.
But I think she
Yeah.
likes the idea of Jason more than him
Right.
actually. So I think she might, hook up with him, get it out of her system,
Right.
go back to Ezra.
But
Right.
I
Who knows
think
if
she
Ezra
might,
will take her back though?
Oh, Ezra's just so
I
patient.
mean,
How
I
could she
want
do
them to be
that?
together. I love Ezra, but I honestly feel like she's already like defending JD,
Right.
wanting to, and already having thoughts about him. We know they make out, so I feel like they're gonna pull a Bonnie and Clyde, and she's gonna like defend him or hide him or
Perhaps
something.
it is a
Hide
dream
him.
sequence though when they're making out. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's Ezra's nightmare. I just would like to think that she's loyal
Yeah.
to
We
him.
think that Ezra's ex-fiance that wouldn't marry him. do we think
Elegant
she
Jackie
might-
Molina.
Do we think she might come back into the picture?
Yeah, I think Marlene King, who's the executive producer of the show, she has said, I think publicly, that we haven't seen the last of Jackie Molina.
Right.
So she might come back.
Right.
And she did see them making out on campus, so I feel like she might use it as blackmail somewhere
Right.
along the season.
I
yeah,
think
her
what,
creepy devil stares coming
right?
back.
Yeah.
I think what would be the most interesting is that hypothetically, if Aria does go with Jason, is that going to drive a wedge between her and her girlfriends? Like if she has to play the whole
It said in the next episode, they were all like, "You're playing with fire. How could you do that?"
right, and
Well,
I mean,
Right.
And when they're
Well,
in the
they all
hospital.
think Jason's Allie's killer now. So
Right.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Spencer does.
yeah, and
Spencer's
Spencer's the
convinced.
ringleader, so she'll convince
Yeah.
the other two.
Yeah.
And then I think it's going to be Aria defending the guy she likes, / maybe deep down inside knows killed Allie, versus her friends, which I think could be really, really, really awkward.
Yes.
So now that we cleared
It
that
has,
up,
it has the potential to be awkward. Yeah, to be honest.
completely. But yeah, thank you so much for your call.
yep, thank you.
Good night.
Good
Good night. Sleep well. Go to bed.
Go to bed right now. Jesse, do we have another caller? Oh my gosh, we're on fire.
Busy night.
Oh my God, did I get on?
Yes. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Westlake Village.
Hi, Debbie in Westlake Village. Yes.
I love watching you guys almost as much as I love watching Pretty Little Liars.
That's so sweet.
Oh my God. So here's my question.
Yes. Lay it on
Okay.
us.
Which characters do each of you identify with most?
That's a good
That's a good
That's
one.
a good
We've
one.
never, I don't think we've had that question.
Good one. We've done the style question, though.
Let's go around the table. Start with the Behars.
Yes.
Okay. Character that I identify most with. Well, obviously it's going to be Jenna.
Clearly.
No,
Obviously.
No, you know what? I think I most probably identify with Spencer because I enjoy me a good book. She's sort of like type A, knows like how to deal with things and likes to get things done. And I guess I'm sort of like that. So I probably identify with her most, Hanna least. I'm the least like Hanna for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with Emily. She's like really into her school and activities and things like that. And I was always like that. I was in student government and I loved Westlake High School. Shout out to Westlake High School.
God love it.
And so I
God
think I'm
bless
most like
it.
Emily, she's really dedicated to school and all of her activities.
I'm going to tangent from Dre over here, and I think I am the most like Hannah because I tell some really bad jokes from time to time, and my girlfriend can't catch a break, and I feel for her when everyone's like, okay, Hannah.
I'm glad she has a fan, Mr. Schifilliti.
I'm going to have to say Hannah as well.
I agree with that.
Yes, what?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Only because, she's very into like her clothes and I was very like that at her age. I mean,
So you weren't like Mike. You weren't
No.
like a
You weren't
serial burglary.
Yeah, you never robbed any of your
no.
neighbors.
And like she's good in school, but you never see her studying, and she's got other things going on. That was
Well-rounded.
very me.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to also say Hannah.
Do it.
God.
I'm not feeling
I
this.
know. This is getting awkward as we go on. Yeah, she's just sassy, dresses slutty to funerals.
Yeah.
My kind of girl.
There's a lot of things going on.
You've
She
been
likes the
known-
bad boy.
You've been known to dress very slutty to funerals.
I have been
Yes.
told by a friend, cover your shoulders. It's rude.
Yeah. That is a true story out
It
there.
is a true story.
I was there.
And a true fact.
I know, but come on.
You come on.
I think you're more Aria than you are Hannah. But that's just my opinion.
Because I'm brunette and small.
Aria
No,
is
no, no,
scary
no.
and dark and deep.
She goes into the pit
I
of
know, but
anthropology for her
sometimes Sydney
wardrobe.
gets very creative. We have a joke that we have like our own like line of clothing. Like we like make stuff sometimes.
joke that we have our own line of clothes. Teacher, next time let's not share that.
Well, I'm going to have to go off of Ciara. Thank you for that. But I was going to say most like Aria. But I guess she's dark and scary. So I don't know anymore.
I think you are like Aria.
I think I have
She's
two
also
sides.
really pretty. It's great. style.
She was on American Juniors.
Yeah.
I will love her forever
Okay,
for that.
that's not really Aria, but
It was her.
That was Lucy Hale.
yeah, it was her.
Same person. What about you, Debbie? Who do you identify the most with?
Well, if it's about Pretty Little Liars, it'd probably be Aria. But if it was AfterBuzz, I'd have to say I'd be Deidre.
I really appreciate that. How do we
That's
how do
really
we relate? Because I don't know you. I don't. She liked it.
Just because, you're kind of in control. You keep things moving along.
Well,
I
thank
relate
you.
to that, or aspire to that, at least.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wow.
Very
Yeah.
sweet.
Well,
No, you guys are great. I love watching you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night, Debbie. Good night, Deb.
Good night, Deb.
What? She identifies with me. I can call her
Debbie in
Deb.
Westlake Village.
Yeah.
I'd like to. Maybe
We're gonna
to
go on
lunch.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And-
What?
We're gonna find Debbie.
What a nice lady. Very,
So
very,
sweet.
very nice. I appreciate the calls like that. Fantastic. All right. On that note,
I know we need more compliments.
we really do.
move further.
And for now on, I have a bumper for every time Sydney says goodnight to it. So the next
Wait,
person I got.
did you not tell
Excited.
Debbie to go to sleep?
She did.
I did.
Oh,
She
okay.
did.
Sorry.
Thanks for
She
listening.
I was
Someone's a
here
little
next
too
time.
self-indulged after the
Sorry.
compliment.
I'm sorry. Debbie's my soul sister.
Clearly.
Um,
You said that, you and me.
Brotherly, sisterly.
Love.
Love.
We're on another level on this side of the
yeah.
table.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let's wrap up this recap. Let's talk about really quickly how the girls discover Allie's autopsy report. And it's revealed how she died, which is what they've been like dying to know the past couple of episodes. And she had a blow to the head, and I wrote down it was a curved, blunt object, very similar to the shape of a hockey stick. So
A field hockey stick.
So the one that JD buried. So clues are leading us towards JD.
Are we sure that he buried
Well, no,
that?
someone
know?
buried it. It was just
Burying
on the
something
property
that one
line.
day.
Yeah. We don't even know he
Remember,
buried
he
it.
was
The girls
digging
think
in the
that.
dirt.
He was shoveling very aggressively that one day.
But
Was he on the
he
property
was
line?
shoveling in his front yard, not on the property line.
Which is where
So another
Toby
missing
was.
item.
Yes.
Who we also didn't sing this episode, and I'm not happy about that
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, that
But
is.
Spencer's parents were.
We could just start calling them
Sparents.
Sparents. Where is Sparents?
For the
They're never around.
She
doesn't have them?
time. They are out of town. I don't know why she doesn't have more parties, and it's
That's a great
That's
question.
what we wonder every week.
Yeah.
She doesn't throw ragers like a good 16-year-old
Or
should.
why do her parents just leave her there with not like
especially after everything.
Why
babies
doesn't
do.
Spencer use the lights?
no one checking up
Right.
on
Not
her?
normal.
Like how does she get food?
Just everything
mean-
that's happened. Like, I'm sorry, her little friend died. There was someone hanging from a bell tower.
Her house has been broken into
Yeah.
countless
Her
times.
brother-in-law was a murderer, but you know what? You're good
But
for
you
the
know,
weekend.
go to Palm Springs. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
They're in Pennsylvania.
And where's Melissa?
She's in
Pouting
Pennsylvania.
somewhere?
In
They said she's in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh.
She's gone.
Or Philadelphia.
Is that where she like
She went
what-
somewhere with
I
a
don't know
P.
why
Is that-
she like
Why-
there.
Wasn't she in school?
Yeah, that's where she met Wren, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
love Wren.
Did she
maybe
go back
she's
to finish?
She came home, met Ian, got engaged to Ian, and
Got
that was
pregnant?
back in school. Yeah, is she
Has
having
yet
the
to have a
baby?
baby?
I don't think she's in school. I think she's
Yeah.
like taking time to herself.
Maybe she's just in the barn house.
Yeah.
I also don't understand that. Why does she live in a barn? Why doesn't she have her own house?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Rosewood real estate is very expensive.
Yes.
But it is revealed in the autopsy report that Allie was still breathing when
she had
her
dirt
head
in
knocked.
her lungs.
Right. And
So
she
she
was
was
still breathing, so she was so obviously buried alive, which is so creepy and
Hard
gives
to
me the
think
chills.
about.
Should we bring up what Deidre's theory
No,
is?
we're not gonna bring up.
I think it needs to be said.
I don't think it does.
We'll leave that for behind the scenes
All right.
footage.
Yeah.
That's coming later this
Yeah,
afternoon.
you can check my
Bloopers.
Twitter if you
Yeah.
want to see all my horrendous predictions. I will tweet it later.
Yes.
Oh, you put me up to it. Yeah.
At her name is Deidre.
Yes. Really quick. At Sydney Bear, at Ciara Behar, at Taylor Eager. They are too cool for Twitter.
I just don't know how to work it.
Once you get started, trust me, I was against it
Why
as
don't
well.
you go on YouTube and type in Twitter tutorial?
I'm sure there's
on your
plenty.
spare time.
I'll try.
Too busy.
I'm busy.
I'm
He's
sorry.
writing
I'm
30-minute musicals.
Busy, you know, like
Which
knitting.
every week I hound him to be involved in a 30-minute
You
musical.
are going to
You
be in
will
the
be.
next one.
Well, I
will
told
be.
you about my
Great.
acting experience as well. It also like a cameo.
Okay.
I did play a
Westlake
cow
Hills
once,
Elementary.
so-
Ciara played a blue ox in a childhood
and I had
production.
a solo.
And
so
she
clearly
thinks
I'm qualified.
she
Clearly
thinks it
qualified.
qualifies her to be in one of your elegant 30-minute musicals.
I wouldn't
yeah,
call them
clearly.
elegant.
We want to see.
Let's just the last scene,
gonna
which
be
was probably the eeriest scene I think we've seen in a
yes.
really
That
long
was-
time.
I don't like to think about it.
The janitor's cleaning up the morgue, the embalming room, if
Eating
you
a
will.
cookie.
Eating a damn Oreo, because that's what you do in the embalming
He's
room.
a janitor.
And he was creepy himself. He's like looking around as he's chewing on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Why
what
didn't-
is he looking for?
P.S. Why didn't any of the Oreos have cream?
I think they were the Cakesters.
Okay.
Do the Cakesters have cream?
Yes, the
Not to be a
Cakesters
total
have
big
cream.
girl, but I didn't
notice anything about the cookies.
I was too fixated
I
on the
did.
freaking body that
there's food in the
resurrected
room,
from
I'm
the
going to
dead.
exit.
Okay,
I'm
well, I
hungry.
noticed that the cookies didn't have any.
I think it was the
filling.
angle at which we looked at them. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like a
I
side
hope so.
view. You
Because
didn't
just
see
the
the
Oreo would
yeah.
be so gross.
It's like,
Like
stop
a dead
it.
body.
Well, it wouldn't be gross.
You guys, I just mentioned the dead body, and you're talking about the damn filling in the Oreos.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like to keep
A
it.
girl likes what a girl
original.
likes.
I like the traditional
okay,
Oreos.
yeah.
so-
Okay, well, the foodies can kindly
We'll get
get
some
off that
Oreos after
topic. Yeah. But I mean, how creepy was that? There was obviously a body on one of the tables, and as soon as the janitor exited the room, sat up with the sheet just completely covering his entire
So creepy.
physique / corpse, whatever it might have been. I mean,
Physique / corpse. They go hand in hand.
What would you call it?
His body?
Just a corpse.
Okay.
no, but corpse
But
are
it's
technically
alive.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh,
physique.
yeah.
They switched. So it really is interchangeable.
See?
Interchangeable terms. So who do we think it is?
Well, based off the link that had, I think it'd be a guy. Remember when Mike decked Aria in Spencer's house and And I mean, that was obviously a guy. I don't think they would make it like one of the petite girls. So I think it was probably Noel Kahn.
Definitely did
He's
not
random enough to throw
have
in.
boobs. So it's definitely a man.
I wasn't looking in that area.
There was
I was
a
looking
sheet.
at the cookies.
That's the first place I looked.
The cookies?
No, the chest.
See, I kind of think it's
Really? The first
You
place
think it's Peter Hastings,
First place I
don't
looked
you?
was the chest.
No,
Wow.
I think it.
that'd be good.
I think it's Garrett, the police officer. I think because
Not big enough.
They had that
just across
conversation.
taking
He
care
knows
of
that
it.
they're onto them.
He knows what's in the autopsy. The 5th page is missing. I think he's taking care of it.
As per
Maybe something to
Jenna's
think about.
creepy request.
Noel Kahn's time to come in.
I
No.
was genuinely terrified and will have nightmares later about the way that the body lifted up, kept the sheet over face, and then turned.
And then turned the neck.
Still kept the sheet over face.
Very, very strategic cinematography
I think that was
there.
practiced too. Like you don't just know how to keep a sheet over your face like that.
If you do Pilates, you do.
And the neck turn was so obvious.
Deidre and I
like,
did Pilates. It was
terrifying.
Should we go
at
into
best. That's gonna be that's an AfterBuzz show entirely in and of itself.
my God.
Deidre and Sydney tackle Pilates.
Deidre and I were hysterically laughing. We didn't understand if it was a class or if it was self-service. Like, we didn't know.
No, not like that.
Oh.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Okay, enough about us doing Pilates. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with all your Pretty Little Liars news and gossip for the week of August 2nd.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Welcome back to your AfterBuzz TV recap for Pretty Little Liars. Jesse, are you going to be reading the news tonight? Yes, you are. Let's toss it over to DJ Jesse Janity in the booth.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, showrunner Maureen King took to...
Marlene.
It says Maureen.
It's Marlene.
It says Marlene. Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, Marlene King took time to address on Twitter the fact that in the Pretty Little Liar books, Emily dates both guys and girls, but since she's been on the show, we've only seen Emily with girls. Marlene asks in the books, Emily ended up liking girls and guys. What do you all think of that? She followed up with a tweet by saying, I asked if Emily should ever date a guy, so now I'm asking if Spencer, Hanna, or Aria should ever date a girl.
Well, didn't Emily have a boyfriend in the first season?
She did, but
We
it
never
was
saw
so
her with
brief, and there
him.
was, I think, just one little quick episode
And he
shot of
attacked her.
him. Yeah, in the locker room, I believe. But, you know, the vast majority we've seen her with Maya, we've seen her with Samara, and with Paige McCullers. Colors. So I think it's interesting that Marlene threw that out there for the Twitterverse to sort of talk about for a second. If we maybe see Emily go back to guys, should we see one of the other girls tackle a female-on-female relationship?
Well, as we saw by that Florida group, how unhappy they were at the idea of 4 lesbians, I would say probably not.
You know what? Thankfully, though, I don't think Hollywood lives their standards by what one little political outreach group out of Florida has to say. And they're going to go on with the show in the most controversial and fabulous manner that they see fit, which is good news.
I just think for a group of 4 girlfriends in high school, it would be unrealistic to have. I mean, maybe, one in every however many groups. There might be 2 lesbians, but like it's more realistic. It's great that they included a lesbian to touch on the topic, but I think go more than that would be just over the top. It's just reaching for something that's not there. Yeah.
And I think all the girls, you know, are so invested with their like love interest, Ezra and Toby. Like, how could you?
It's like,
even
and then
get them
all
off
of
the
a sudden,
show?
Right. It worked for Emily because we never saw her like attached to the hip with her boyfriend from the get-go. So I don't know if Marlene wants to throw us for a loop and have a little Aria on Hanna hookup. I mean,
I'm not saying
I wouldn't watch. Exactly.
Again, Deidre.
What?
With your interests in
Blind
watching
hookups.
Stop watching.
Why don't you
Keep
go out and try some
watching.
stuff out?
Keep
Need help.
watching.
The viewers are probably getting such an awful, inaccurate impression of who I am.
Well, one thing we all will be watching, we've heard a lot of buzz about the upcoming Halloween-themed episode, and it's
Yes.
been teased that the entire episode might be one big flashback. Thankfully, Marlene King set the record straight on her Twitter and informed her followers that the Halloween episode is not a flashback. It is a prequel, and we will learn so much. We finally get to see Alison's bedroom, and it's perfect for her. She also clarified that the episode will air in October, closer to Halloween, as opposed to airing now during the summer. What are you guys excited to see about life pre-Alison's death? What is each girl gonna wear as her costume?
Ooh.
So,
Well, I'm a little confused. Isn't a prequel a flashback?
No, because the flashbacks are like a little fuzzy.
they're grainy and,
Okay.
you know, I mean, we've seen them like at
And
least
they're
in every
fuzzy.
So
episode.
it's going to be a different camera
No.
quality.
No, it's because a
Totally
flashback
different
is when the girls are sitting and like discussing and then they have memories going back. This whole episode is just going to be showing us the past. So it's not about the girls reviewing anything.
I think it's going to be a full-blown episode, just like what we saw tonight, except taking place, 2 or 3 years ago,
Right.
which is going to be really interesting. and
Sounds fantastic.
fantastic.
I can't wait to
Fantastic.
see Allie's room. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of devil worshipping pictures.
See, I'm not that excited about that. I'd rather see like some romance or something that A does than see like, oh,
well, we
she had
might
purple
find
walls.
out like who maybe we'll get like hints
Maybe
to who
someone's
her
in-
We're
killer
going to have to
is.
keep
her.
keep a close
Next
eye.
point.
Yeah.
I think they'll have coordinating costumes. Personally, I think Allie's gonna tell them what they're gonna be for Halloween.
Yes,
so.
and they're all going
That's
to
a good
follow
call.
suit accordingly.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be
Without a
gemming the
doubt.
holograms.
Oh, that's kind of creative.
Allie is definitely going to be a bunny. You know, I can see her
Oh my God.
in
Right.
a corset
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
little ears.
Yeah.
Like she has bunny written all over her.
Yeah, she's
Funny
the
bunny.
Regina George of the group, and
Yeah.
the rest just follow.
then
A
the
slutty
others-
mouse,
Yeah.
a slutty cat,
No,
a
she's
slutty.
telling the other girls to be animals, and they're going to be innocent. And they're going to come in like full body suits and look really nerdy.
Oh, so they'll be the Lindsay Lohan of the group.
exactly. Next one.
Wait, can you, what was your idea?
Gemming the holograms?
What is that?
Truly, truly, truly outrageous.
Yeah, I mean they're sort of
It was
they're sort of similar to like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, but way better.
All right.
Sort of similar, but not
Sort
at
of
all,
similar,
way
but a
better.
different time frame. Gem had like an all girl group band.
David, stop showing your age.
Yeah.
I'm not. I wasn't even around for when that was on TV.
All right.
Maybe Allie
We're
will be a
gonna-
devil.
Awesome.
Sexy devil.
We're not going to talk about Gem and the holograms.
It came on after Thundercats.
How about Sailor Moon?
I love Sailor Moon.
I was
That
Sailor Moon for
awesome.
Halloween one
She
year.
made us run home so she could watch Sailor Moon.
But just really quick about the Halloween episode. I read online somewhere that Noel is actually going to have a huge Halloween party, so I think that'll be really fun, really
Yes.
visual. That's really hot.
You're watching again.
Yeah.
You're watching.
Peeping Deej.
It's getting creepy over here.
And really quickly before we end, a really, really sweet girl on Twitter has been reaching out to me asking lots of questions. Her name is Rachel1373. She's so nice. She wants to know if we think Alison is going to be alive. She wants to know, will there be a twin sister on the show? She wants to know how she can be an actress or an extra on Pretty Little Liars. What brand of sunglasses is Jenna wearing? And Keegan, will you go out with me, please?
All great questions.
All really great questions.
Yeah. Some that I have as well.
Do you guys want to answer any of those?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, she could sign up for Central Casting.
You could
to
do extra
be
work.
an extra, and she could call in and see if there's anything, or let them know that she wants to work on Pretty Little Liars, and they'll
Sure, they're always
call
looking
her.
for extras.
Yeah.
Sure.
And all the
Always,
parties
yeah.
and stuff.
So
And then
that's her best bet.
And then she could maybe ask Keegan in real life,
And then she could ask
Ooh,
Keegan.
yes.
which would be
There
awesome.
you
Maybe
go.
I could ask Keegan.
Don't
Or
steal
maybe I
Rachel's
could
thunder.
step on her toes.
Do not steal Rachel's thunder. She's a loyal viewer, and we are happy to have her.
I just love them too. Okay.
But yeah, thanks so much for all your questions. I'm sorry we don't have a lot of time. We can't answer more. We'll definitely answer more next week. Jesse, take us to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so unfortunately, we didn't get a teaser of some sort of a menstrual. Oh, I hear you going in and out there.
He's not done.
Mind games.
He's a DJ by trade, so it's only natural. We didn't get a teaser of any menstrual cramp / shoulder cramp / theatrics.
Slash cramping.
Just
cramping in
general
general.
cramping.
No, a foot cramp. Neck cramp.
Toe cramp.
It happens.
Yeah,
A neck
it's
cramp.
rather
Very
common.
relatable.
It's very common. Do you guys have any general predictions that you want to throw out there?
I love yours, David. So let's get it.
Let's hear
get
it.
going.
I don't know what mine was. I don't remember.
Well, why don't you refresh?
What did I say?
Refresh his button.
It was so long ago.
I think Jenna's blind still.
I'm not a mind reader.
You just mean in general.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
no,
you
I just
knew.
love
and
his
just in
predictions.
general.
Oh, in general. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't have any predictions this week. I'm like, I don't
Very
remember
confused
saying
group.
anything.
What would you do, David, if they took a trip to Florida on the show?
I'd be so angry. I'd be angry for them.
Oh, God.
Florida's very beautiful. They went there on their senior trip just recently. They went
You're
to
in
Florida
Miami.
sucks.
It's a
Miami
very
sucks.
well-developed place. It's not as,
It is rather well developed.
It is.
Being a major metropolitan city.
It's not as narrow as it's not as narrow as the
Third world country.
Exactly.
I'll
The
give you
humidity
that.
situation.
So if you
they
do
need
go
to
to
take care of
Florida,
that.
I know you're not a huge fan, but I do recommend Miami.
Fantastic parasailing
thank
from what
you.
I hear.
It was.
I've been
Great-
to Miami.
great nightlife.
Many times.
Okay.
Was it fun?
Don't want to know what
No.
happened there.
No, you do not. I'll tell you later.
Really quick before we wrap up, Hannah's parents not going to get back together. You think he's going to go through with the save the date?
I think
he'll come back.
he's coming back.
He's
There
coming
will
back.
be a wedding
He's not done with
episode.
her.
Ooh, I
That would be
think
good.
that. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I think that the guy that's following Caleb
Is his dad.
Not his dad.
No, not his dad.
is his identical twin.
Long lost sibling.
I think that he's a private investigator hired by Caleb's real parents.
Or mother.
Okay. That falls into that
That
category.
falls into real parents category.
But parents implies two.
All right.
Okay.
Is it
I'll let
dad
it slide.
or
So
something?
just the mom hired
just
it.
the mom.
Without the dad's consent.
That's his prediction. I'm going to ask you
Okay.
what gave you
Okay.
that idea.
I don't know.
What gave you the
What
feeling?
made you lean on the mom's
Usually,
side?
okay, because a single mother would put up their child up for adoption as opposed to like parents putting up their child for adoption.
That's true.
So there was
No.
some cerebral activity behind that
A
comment.
little.
I mean,
All
if
right.
you watch Teen Mom, a lot of parents put their children up for adoption.
I'm sure it's more common than
Teen
we think,
mom.
but
True, that's another element. Sorry.
Teen
Okay.
mom.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Well, someone.
Someone's looking.
so it's not an undercover cop looking to bust him.
Right.
which
What
is
did he
good
say?
news.
He said,
He
I
doesn't
found
wanna
him.
see
He
you.
trust me. He knows I'm following him. I don't think he wants to see you.
Right.
So Caleb knows who it is, obviously.
And you think he was just playing dumb with Hannah the whole time?
Right.
Oh,
That could be interesting.
Because I mean, the phone call said he knows I'm following him. I don't
'cause
think
Hannah
he wants
was,
to
like,
see
yelling
you.
at
I thought it
you.
was because of
That's because
Hannah, and I
Hannah.
think Caleb legitimately
Hannah
thinks he's in trouble
it's
with
like
the law.
from like whatever he was doing in
Right.
Arizona or wherever he
But
was.
why would the guy say, I don't think he wants to see you? If Caleb knew
Because-
someone was following him and he was just.
Well,
I
Hannah
think
just
because
told him to
Hannah
get
said-
lost. She's
yeah,
like, get
'cause
out
she
of
thought
here.
he was
Don't
like
follow him
a
anymore.
drug dealing weird like bad gang guy, and so that guy probably thought that Hannah meant, and he knows who you are. He doesn't want to see you, so he probably called the parents and said,
Oh.
I mean, there's no way that he could
That
have
too.
noticed.
This side is good too. That's possible.
Thanks.
You never know.
Sisters.
Yeah, you know
Cool.
what? You really never know on this show. They always
Really
throw us
don't. Yeah.
through loops, and we love it, frankly.
Or
I
maybe
do.
the private
Whatever they've
investigator
got.
just got his period. So he had
There's that.
he had to
Maybe
leave
he has
early.
cramps.
"That's for next week."
He had to
There
leave
could
early.
be that.
Okay, on the period note, we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being with us here on this lovely Tuesday night. Thank you so much. And we love your questions. We love your calls. We love doing this for you. So we will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night. Go to sleep immediately.
Is that everyone going to sleep?
Yes.
No, it's good night.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.